I am LeilaFox. Today I want to talk about what I think are the 5 best raid commercials of 2020. Now, granted, when you go and check out different raid commercials, there's a lot of them. But what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to narrow it down to the ones I thought were the top 5 for 2020 only. So let's check it out, and I would love to know what you guys think. So here we go. Number 5, I'm going with Who's Jealous?
And posted.
Oh, do you have to do that at the dinner table?
Come on, don't be jealous.
Who's jealous? You're an epic. I'm a rare. I'm married up.
I'm married up. Love
working
it.
on a new skill.
Oh, come on, let's see it.
Think fast.
Yeah, honey needs work.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Raid, Shadow Legends, what's your skill?
Play now.
What's your skill? So number 5, I go with Raids of Our Lives, Who's Jealous? What do you guys think? I love this, and I really hope that sometime they kind of elaborate a little bit more, and maybe they kind of go with moving into Ultimate Galek. I think that would be kind of cool. It's a good idea to throw a flaming axe at your wife, yes. And I love how he says, "You're an epic, I'm a rare, I married up." I think that's hilarious. They have so much humor in this. And I find a lot of times that Raid really enjoys this kind of dynamic between Galek and Zargala. Number 4 on my Raid 2020 list of commercials is mean comments.
Deathknight's the worst. Hey, I have feelings, you know.
Galek is the worst starter in the game. Choose Elhain. Let's see how that works out for you. Do we have the clip?
Galek and his sense of humor.
I never get tired of
Roll the
seeing
clip.
Deathknight is good for food, I guess. Wow, that's just... Look, I didn't ask to get summoned, okay? What? You think this is easy?
Poor Deathknight.
Raid.
Cut it quick, cut it. I love this one. Just like I was talking about before, is they always joke around that one of the things you don't do is you don't read the comments. You don't read the comments. And you see that they do this kind of like mean comments, mean tweets thing a lot of times with celebrities. I think this one is just so much of fun. And I love the garlic one with Galek because it really is such a meme that everyone says, don't grab him, he's the worst, choose Elaine, choose Kale. And of course they throw in the part about Elaine get eaten by the dragon. I think that's hilarious. Number 3 of my top 5 for 2020 commercials is RPG Life Training.
You really think you can train me to be a 6-star?
6-star? I think it.
Oh, I can't.
No, do it again. Keep your shield up. Come on.
I'm ready.
He's ready.
Okay, tomorrow we talk about tactics.
Over 400 champions and Deathknight.
Over 400 champions and Deathknight. This one definitely has to go on my list of top 5 because I love the humor. As we know, Deathknight is kind of the butt of a lot of jokes in these commercials. And I love the humor where he wants to train. He wants to get better. He actually wants people to want him. He wants to feel wanted. Keep training, Deathknight. I believe in you. In 2020, they also gave us Ultimate Deathknight and Necrit the Great. So I believe in you, Deathknight. You got this. Just keep going for it. Just keep going for it. Before I get into number 2, I wanted to add in an honorable mention. Now, not everything, not all the CGI that we enjoyed this year was actually made into a commercial. So before we get into number 2, an honorable mention, of course, has to be the Christmas Throwdown Showdown. Now, this never actually ended up as an official commercial. This was CGI that was put out on Raid Shadow Legends social media, but I thought this was great. It was so much fun, and it got us hyped for the new winter champs that we have. And it also kind of explains how the Grunch got a hold of Sir Nicholas's sword, right? So even though this wasn't an official Raid commercial, I felt like this deserved an honorable mention because the CGI is great, it's fun, the music is hype. There's just so much to love about this that it could have probably made it as a commercial if they really wanted to. So for number 2, I have to go with couples therapy, a one-time thing.
So how was your week?
Go on. Just tell him what you did.
What? It was a dungeon run. I can't do it solo.
Right. Right. And it had to be her?
Well, hey,
Sir Galek?
Ow, hey, take it up with my player. I don't pick the
Sir
team.
Galek and
right?
Galek.
And yeah, it had to be her. Ow, she's crazy good in that dungeon. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sir Galek, put down that axe.
Raid.
Put down that axe, Zargala. Put down that axe. Again, I love this one. There's so much humor. It's so much fun. And I love how Raid bounces off the dynamic and the humor between Galek and Zargala. And guys, we know Allure really is crazy good in that dungeon. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault he got put into the team that he did. So I think this one is so much fun, and it definitely has to rank up there in my favorites. And like I said, the top 2 were really hard to choose between because I really, really liked both of them. Before we get to the one that I chose for number 1 for 2020, I wanted to add in another honorable mention. Another bit of CGI that actually never made it as a Raid commercial, but it was posted on social media. Deathknight training. Poor Deathknights. Oh, train your champions wisely. Again, this one never made it as a full Raid commercial. This was posted on their social media, but I love it. Again, it's hilarious, it's fun, and of course, Deathknight, again, is kind of the butt of a joke. He's definitely one of the memes. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorites, and while, like I said, it never ended up as a full commercial, I felt like it was definitely worth an honorable mention as one of the best of 2020, because it's hilarious. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I mean, what are the chances of Deathknight taking out the starter champs, right? Like, what are the chances of that? He's a 1-star, they're 3, but yet here we go. All right, so we counted down the top 4 Raid commercials of 2020. So here's the one that I rank as number 1 and the one that I think I actually enjoyed the most this year. So to me, number 1 commercial for Raid in 2020 was Become a Believer. I thought this was fantastic. I love this one.
Are you a believer? Raid Shadow Legends.
So I gotta say, this one ranked number 1 for me for many reasons. One, the CGI and the cinematics in this is so good. It's so good. Like, when you look at the commercials they did this year for 2020, I really can't think of one that got me more hyped to play Raid than this one. This one gets you hyped. Like, this one gets you to want to play. And you just have to love the fight sequence they have. Yes, the Arbiter Rising. When we look at Arbiter Rising the way that she did, it is just beautiful the way that they did that, right? It's just amazing. Like, I love this one. So to me, To me, Believer has to be the #1 Raid commercial of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to know your feedback. Leave some comments down below. Tell me what your favorite commercials of 2020 are. And like, this is the last one they made for 2020, and it was so good. I can't wait to see what commercials they come up with for 2021. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation 4 days a week, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and be part of our community, and we'll see you there.